Hello everyone and welcome to Age of Wonders 4. Today I'll be taking a look into the latest in the turn-based 4X game in the Age of Wonders series. This will be my first forays into the Age of Wonders series, so thank you to Paradox for giving me early access to see what this game was about before it came out. But as the title of this video no doubt spoiled, today I thought I'd start off by doing something perhaps different, and that's going to be investigating the Megacity challenge feature. Let's begin. So upon starting a new game, you have the option to choose from one of their stories or pre-made realms that they've designed. The stories pretty much follow a pre-written kind of campaign, but today we're just going to create our own realm and go from there. In realm setup, I think we'll have 2 opponents, 3 players total, and let's have them far away. In addition to that, we're also going into advanced settings, because in here you can actually set up quite a few things that you want the game to look like. Specifically, if you click on one of these cogs, you can add in some interesting game effects. The one in particular we're looking for is megacities. The baseline is we have one city and only one city, and we have to make the city as big as possible. Okay, I think I'll set everything else up and we'll go into creating our character. In Age of Wonders, you get to choose between different factions that you want to play as. You've got your humans, your elves, your orcs, your dwarves, and some interesting side ones like the Tigrans, which remind me of the Khajiit from the Elder Scrolls. But none of that, we're going to need to create a race that is specifically designed for this particular challenge. So I've managed to come up with a character race that I think is going to work for us, so I'll just take you through it. We're going to be playing as some dwarves. Dwarves feel like they live in one city. For their bodies, what their dwarves are like, they're going to be tough, which gives them some defense, and they're going to have some good adaptability so they can learn things faster. Their culture is going to be industrious because I feel like if you're just building up one big city, you need to build it up to be as strong as possible. The next part is society traits, and this is really where customizing your own race comes into its own, because these are kind of where the big buffs are, so hopefully I've picked something which aren't too ridiculous for what we've got going on. We've gone with prolific swarmers because we're going to need to build up that one city to be as tall as possible, so having less food for each new population means it can get bigger and bigger. And wonder architects because, well, we just want to grow, right? So making sure that we can have more production is going to help, especially if we're going after the ancient wonders. But we'll get to that later. You'll have to pick a tome of magic. The game does have a lot of magical capability that you're going to basically have to go with if you want to participate. I like to go with the Tome of Rock because it just has Rock Blast, which is your bog standard deal 30 damage to an enemy unit. Simple as. Nuff said. For your individual ruler, you get to choose between Champion and Wizard King. I'm going with Wizard King. And in customization, this is the absolute god tier character we've designed here. If this isn't the leader of a strong dwarven city, I don't know what is. And with that, Goldnir Mage Rock is going to begin the isolated Dwarfkin's legacy. Let's begin. Welcome to Silverstrad. This is going to be the capital of what is going to be our first playthrough to try and win the game as one city in a mega city challenge. I'm not sure about the event of having only one city or how well we'll do, but we'll try our best. And with that, we should probably think about what we're aiming to do. And we can do that by heading over here and looking at our quests. So in this particular game mode, there are 4 different ways to win. Conquering the enemy, building some magical pylons and such that are going to help us win. Basically get a score victory is getting to the end of the game, but the one we're interested in is an expansion victory, becoming as big as possible. And I think it would be kind of funny to try and get an 83 tile single city. Do I think it's possible? I have no idea, but let's give it a go. So playing out your turns is pretty simple. You kind of have a list of things to do on the right, which you can just cycle through if you're ever confused, or you can just individually click on things and move them over, like to a small creature cage I've noticed on the horizon. And with it we got a lesser snow spirit, which is a little unit we've brought along for the road. I guess he might as well go join the main army. With our main army led by our main hero, we're probably going to have to spend the early turns solidifying our surrounding area and getting rid of any major threats, such as these little camps here that are guarding resources, or these kind of larger camps with area of effect, like the small monster den. I've also noticed there's one on this side too, so we're probably going over here. And off we go. In the city itself, we get to choose what building we want to build and what unit we want to build. I'm not going to overcomplicate this, so I guess let's just go with food and another scout. And with that, we end our first turn. Okay, the small monster den has been located, next to a large creature cage, no less. Ah, the small creature cage is guarded by... God, I don't even know what that thing is, but I'm not sure I want to deal with it. I say we deal with this small monster den while we still can. So combat in the game basically gives you two choices. Familiar to those who have perhaps played Total War Warhammer, basically you have the choice between auto combat, where the game will simulate what it thinks will happen and just quickly get it over with, or manual combat where we play it out. And I think for the first one we should probably play it out. Goodness me, what a hellscape this looks like. It's like some kind of feeding grounds or something. Ugh. So our army stands on the hill here, our leader looking valiant. We've even got the weird frost friends we brought along with us. Our enemy lie on some hexes, and they're basically some spiders and some weird frol looking things. Ugh. I'm no Sun Tzu, but I'm going to go off on a limb and say sticking together and keeping the high ground is probably within our best interests. We've gone with this nice little formation of melee in front, archers in the back, and I've put a weird steel shaper in the middle who maybe can do some good warding all around. Oh my god, they're coming. Luckily, we do have some backup. The game comes with magic and the amount of magic you're allowed to use, and I did start with that specific rock tome, which means we just blow the spiders up with rocks from the sky. Okay, they're attacking us, they're attacking. Ugh. I think with that we have to launch a counterattack as quickly as possible. Alright, archers, spiders. Archers, don't miss. Good job, archers. Steel shapers, don't miss. Good enough. Okay, with the first pushes out coming to fruition, maybe we can get a cheeky rock in there for a kill. That was a good meteor strike. They're fleeing, the cowards. Okay, let's not miss hitting the escaping archers. Oh my goodness, archers. Okay, let's not miss the spiders then. Good stuff. And then we charge down the remaining lads. And you know what? Why don't we just meteorite strike them to finish this off? I really like meteorite strike. Victory. Simple, simple, simple. And with it, we've got a spider leg, a tier 3 miscellaneous item, which we can equip to our hero, which lets them summon a spider. Pretty good. Not to mention some food and production for our city. In terms of growing the city to be able to achieve our legendary end goal of 83 provinces, what we're going to have to do is click 83 tiles. So let's begin, I suppose. This makes 1. We need to be conscious that we're always trying to pick up resource nodes, which give us even more buffs, like this one, which means we now get 10 more gold. I'm not sure I like Silverstrad as a city. I feel like we can do better. What about Megacity 1? Now that's original. I don't think that's ever been used in any form of anything ever. Surely. The scouts are out scouting and have come across an underground passage, which hopefully won't lead to anywhere dangerous. So I used the autocomplete to take out the little camp we saw, and we're able to pick up an ice spider. I don't know if they're good or not, but he's coming along for the ride. Moving over to the underground passage lets us see what's down inside it by entering it, and it appears there's a weird underground frog people who hate us. Oh goodness me. So underground there is an entirely separate map to the above ground, and it appears that the weird ugly frog people have some kind of capital city right here, judging by the floating crown kind of revealing its location. See if we can have a better look. Oh yeah, it's there. It's called the Hollow, and I want nothing to do with it. Our ruler leveled up to level 2. That means we can start giving him some interesting traits. I guess for the first one we should probably just go with defense. I'd rather he didn't die, and we give him that spider leg, so we can start summoning some spiders. Ooh. Alright, let's see about going around our city and seeing if we can clean up all these weird camps that exist surrounding us. Some of them are basically safe battles, so I see no reason not to just auto-combat. We lost our ice friend! Oh no! Well, it's not the end of the world, because now it means Spider Friend can take his place. For our next research, we have some kind of interesting choices to pick, but the one I want to go for is Earthkin, because you can do a minor race transformation to make your people stony, which gives them some defense, which is never something I dislike. We also have what I can only describe as like a race empire skill tree, where we can spend these magical crown points called Imperium and get some buffs. The thing is, we also use Imperium to grow our city, so it's kind of a balance between using it to get these buffs and also expand our city. I don't really want anything from here right now, because I want to attract population so we can win the game. Alright, let's queue up some buildings. A vendor for gold, a stonemason for production. Ooh, and a wizard tower. A wizard tower is important because it starts to give us more Imperium, the stuff we use to grow our city and thus win the challenge. Speaking of which, let's grow the city. Oh, our scout found some more frog people. What is it with frog people around here? You can't move for frog people. Okay, it appears our two opponents are two species of frog. Sure, why not? A unique trait I've noticed with the dwarfs is sometimes provinces start to glow orange. I think it means you can prospect the province to get production, gold, or a hero item. In this time, we got the Ring of the Vicious Killer. I guess that's just more loot for our main guy. Okay, we've come to another monster's den, and it seems to be filled with weird-looking pigs. I think this is going to be a manual combat for me. I have deja vu. I swear I was in this pit a minute ago. Except this time, the spiders have become weird, evil pig things. We must be... Oh god, he summoned spiders. Ugh, I hate it when they do that. Luckily, I think we can summon some spiders of our own, thanks to the item we got. Ah, and our spiders are bigger. Nice. The pigs are coming. The pigs! Okay, a quick rock blast should start peppering them down. Oh god, they attacked my spiders. How rude. Oh, this just isn't fair. This is just mean. Okay, I need the spider to do some revenge in the form of a giant web spray. Pretty good. Let's see if we can absolutely pepper down these pigs with archers too. Oh yes. Yes we can. Rest in peace, piggy. Okay, another rock blast on these guys, just chilling in the back. Just minding their own. It's so dumb, I love it. Okay, it looks like they're going to kill the spider. But don't worry, that was just something I summoned at random. So it's not really too big of a deal. Maybe the archers are going to bring this one slowly to a conclusion with the last... What? I hate archers so bad. Ah, I hate them. Alright, we made some pork chops instead. That will do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Now let's just go kill this random guy with a stick. GG. Oh, and we even got a trendy helmet for it. Nice. Research complete for Earthskin. Okay, let's find out if we actually do become, well, stone-skinned. We're going to need to generate a bit more mana to do it. Ah, alas. After prospecting in some underground passages, we found a frost great axe. I think that's going to look great on our character. Ooh, it is a good look. It's a big, bold look. We've lost the shield, but we've gained something that looks almost like Arthas would wield it or something. Keeping an eye on the world map, I've noticed that the purple frogs and the blue frogs seem to be having some kind of conflict here. Something tells me the frogs might go to war with one another, which kind of works to our advantage, especially if we can befriend the purple frogs. So I'm going to keep trying to do that. What in oblivion is that thing? I think that the mobs get a little bit more dangerous the further away from home you go. So for a game called Age of Wonders, I'm not sure if we've even talked about the wonders in the game. So wonders, like the Love of Spring that we see here, are basically little monuments that you find around the map that come in scales of bronze to silver to gold that give you some buffs. Today we're going to be doing a bronze one called Love of Spring. This should be the easiest one, and hopefully we can just go in there and get 5 Imperium, 20 food per turn at the cost of a little bit of stability, and then we get to hire some fairies. Wow. Sometimes when you head in, you're going to get events to try and determine the outcome. In this case, there's a kind of a surprise attack that's happening, so we're going to have to avert our eyes to the nymphs before we go in. And so it begins. Here comes the first confrontation, and they're going for my cosmetic spiders that I summon. Basically they're just a damage sponge at this point. Okay, well the spiders can do range damage, so I guess we should make the most of it. It's pretty good. And the same again over here. It seems that while we're good at doing some web damage at a distance, that might be all we have going for us. Apart from my ace up my sleeve. Legendary Rock Blast? Away! Oh, they're being magic. How cringe. Okay, let's try and keep these spearmen alive as best we can. Some Frost Spider support. At a 20% chance if they hit this, we can get them immediately. But archers are seemingly always archers and miss everything. I guess we'll send the spider in instead. Maybe the mages can kill them at 40? Sadly, we weren't able to get these lads, so it looks like the rocket from space is going to have to deal with them. Such a waste. Okay, let's see in this, hopefully, ultimate or penultimate turn, if our leader Goldner goes for their main support unit. Oh, they're fleeing. They are fleeing. Okay, then we can claim the victory. GG. The battle is won. I know we lost was one archer, level 1 too, so who cares? We have the option to choose some aftermath results, including gold, food, and getting a nymph unit. I think in this case I'm going to go with the food, since our goal basically revolves around growing the city as big as we can. Back in the real world, I say real world like I'm not playing a fantasy game, we have to pick our next tome, because effectively your research tree is dependent upon which of these magical tomes you take, which determines the researches you're allowed to get from it. As it stands right now, I'm not looking for anything too insane, so I think I'm going to just go for the Tome of Faith so I can research Army Heal, which lets me heal my army. I think in the interest of keeping things snappy, I'm basically just going to fast forward through a lot of the smaller fights that I'm going to be doing and bring you up if anything interesting happens. The end goal is basically just to occupy provinces, which means clicking buttons like that and then trying to expand where I can to places like here. After clearing out some more camps, I've realised that the Earthkin race transformation is ready. I have no idea what this is going to look like. Oh, we kind of became slightly brawnier and these guys are covered in stone. Oh god, are we like half stone people now? Once you get quite far down the Materium affinity, you get the ability to unlock Rite of the Armourer, which gives you the Breastplate of the Champion for free, which seems like it's a tier 4 torso. I'm taking that torso. All of our hopes and dreams now lie on this one dwarf, and that Breastplate of the Champion is definitely going to help. Our empire continues to grow from a single city, as it seems that the blue frogs have opened up a minor outpost on the side of the map, maybe to block the purple frogs from guarding their only way in and out of the Undergrove. They are not making friends over there, are they? As we continue to build up our city, Megacity 1, there's actually a giant wizard's tower that started appearing in the middle of it, which is looking pretty decent. In a shocking turn of events, it appears that the purple frogs have claimed Danzig and are going after the blue frogs. Whatever they're doing, it's basically going to stop me from being involved. So let them have at it. Oh, it's a little enchanted den. I think I'll take it. While I continue to expand my land and try and get to that magnificent number 83, I have noticed that to increase the growth, because we're going to need a lot of farms, you can actually get spells that terraform the land. So maybe this forester we'd prefer if it was to become a farm. That's something we can do. And now we'll have a farm here. Oh. I think we're at war with the blue frogs. Oh wait, I just decided I don't actually care about the war at all. I only care about clicking one button, this button. In order to make sure that we're actually going to have enough provinces to be able to capture, we need to make sure we get Earthshatter from the Terramancy branch, because we can destroy mountains and add the Rocky feature. Destroying mountains is pretty powerful. It also actually comes with a kind of semi-upgraded version of our rock throwing spell, which has a 60% chance of instantly killing things. That's pretty good. I actually think I'd quite like to see this Earthshatter spell. There is one mountain that's been a thorn in my side, just sitting here so close to my city. Oof. And now it's gone. Just like that. And we also have access to Pilgrim's Pass now, so we can bring that into the Empire as well. It's currently my thoughts that if these lads want a war, perhaps we should be the ones to give it to them. I mean, he's only a level 4 leader. I'm level 9. And I feel like even our troop quality is better. Alright, if we're just going to finish this with ending turn, let's have one good battle before the end. Okay, so I think it should go without saying that I didn't think this was going to be an outpost attack. And I also didn't expect to be fighting man-made horrors beyond my comprehension, so oh no. So we do have Crushing Earth available to us if we can find any tier 3 or below units, such as these evil looking bone golems. Maybe, just maybe, we put one to bed instantly. Yes we do. That's a pretty good spell, considering a lot of the units in this game are usually tier 3 or below. Weirdly, they're all just rushing out of their base, even their leader. Like, what's the point of having all these like good choke points and bottlenecks if the second the combat begins I can just skip turn and they all charge out? They've lost every advantage they have, while my leader just summons stuff. We are yet to lose a single unit, and we appear to be doing fine. I think as soon as we take out their leader, they have to start retreating, right? Oh, they are retreating. They're already running away. I don't think that running away is an option for him. Chase him down, Goldmere. We're actually reaching the point where I'm running out of things to build. Like, I think you have to go for a magic victory before you can even go for an expansion victory. Like, I'm really trying to just click attract population, but look, I'm maxed. I'm done. Now that is a disappointment. A disappointment indeed. Hello, this is me in the post-editing stage, realizing that the last 20 minutes of my recording somehow became more and more corrupt. So I'm just going to brief you on what happens in the following 20 minutes. After you just saw, I realized I was unable to achieve an expansion victory because, well, my city literally has a cap of 30 population, so we weren't going to get it that way. In that point, I decided, screw it, I'm not going to lose, and we're going for domination victory. We're going to get those 2 frogs. Right then, I think if we can't win one way, we'll just finish this video by destroying the purple frog. They betrayed us in not letting us win. We need to begin with the siege and get all of our siege equipment ready to go. We're talking onagers, breaches, and we also want them all to take damage if anybody tries to stop us. An 8-day siege should be fine. Alright, I think we're heading in there. Oh, did we just walk in? Oh, we can vassalize the city? And I think with that, that's GG. So I'll say thank you very much for watching. This was my first kind of foray into Age of Wonders 4. I actually think it's a pretty decent game. I've had quite a lot of fun with it, and you might have a lot of fun with it.
But you didn't win the game yet. Get the other frog.
Okay, I might have said the video was over, but I am taking this final city. I am winning this challenge. Look who came charging back to defend their homeland. Look who comes waltzing in. Victory. We achieved a military victory as a megacity. Not the victory I was going for, but the victory I had to get under the circumstances. Okay, this time for real. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked, feel free to like, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.